Sagittarius Sun and Rising. Welcome to your February 2023 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So February, when I compiled my list, I was like, oh, that's it. Not much happening, but no news is actually good news, because what that means, I'm just erasing. I have something from last month that I put here by mistake. I left here by mistake, but no news is good news, because what that means is that there's not a lot of retrogrades, and planets going direct. It's all the planets are direct. So if there's something that you've been wanting to push through, this certainly would be a great month for that. We do have the Pisces energy, which squares off to Sag towards the end of the month, but that's only in the last week, and actually the first few weeks is a friendly angle from Aquarius. And and so we're even going to have Mercury going into Aquarius as well. But first things first, on the 5th of the month, there is a full moon at 16 degrees of Leo. Leo is a fellow fire sign, so it trines Sag, and that is very cooperative for the affairs that are bouncing back and forth between those two houses that are coming together in that trine. So this is the 9th house, and this is the house that Sag rules. So something, when you have full moons, it can be like an aha moment about something. And especially in a house like the 9th house, which is about the higher mind. So you can get a very profound download that helps to shift your perspective, and that can improve your life. And so sometimes full moons are endings, and sometimes people are moving away from certain things which no longer resonate with them. And that can include a religion or some kind of spiritual belief that you thought you were so into, and you realize that you're not. The truth is that a lot of the things that we hear about are coming from a very theoretical perspective. But when we live we're here as human beings, of course we have that divinity, but we're in this material world. So when you are dealing with religions that are expecting you to have that perfection 24/7, you may feel like you're falling short of the mark, and not realize that that is just a way to control people and make them feel not okay. Just kind of like if you're in a relationship with an abuser who's always criticizing you and making it like you're just fatally flawed or something. So a person's spiritual belief system should be one that nourishes them, not one that depletes them and makes them feel anxious or ashamed of themselves and things of that nature. Of course, it pushes you to be a better person and to look at the times when you miss the mark. But to me, those are mind control techniques when it comes to shaming and blaming and all of those things that are done. And can you tell that I've had a Pluto transit through my 9th house in my natal chart? Because I have. And I used to be so respectful of organized religion, which I attribute to the 9th house, associate with the 9th house. And now I have a lot of misgivings about it. That doesn't mean I throw the baby out with the bathwater, and I don't recommend that you do either. There are beautiful passages in the Bible and other religious texts that really do resonate. I think a lot of people would agree But then there are other things or practices or beliefs of these religions that may be very um, inharmonious as far as you're concerned with what you're all about. So you have to be very aware of what is happening for you. Um, you may be finishing a book project. The ninth house can be publishing. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Aquarius, and this is a friendly angle to Sag. This is the third house, and Mercury was retrograding in Capricorn, so it's like it feels like things are moving along because we're getting away from the old energy from those that may have felt kind of stagnant with planets retrograding in the past few months. I mean, namely Mars and then Mercury starting in late December, but still, I mean, there were other outer planets that went direct too in the past few months. Mercury rules the third house in astrology through the sign of Gemini, which is the opposite sign of Sag. So I really feel that you're going to be involved with communicating. The third house can be social media. You may be involved with it quite a bit because there was a new moon here back in January. So this is kind of picking up steam from that. And this can be a situation where you really want to take some kind of a course. And it might be just for curiosity's sake. It might not be because you want to make money from it, but still. Saturn is still in Aquarius, so maybe it is for career purposes. That is possible. You may be communicating with your brothers and sisters. This would be particularly significant if you haven't been communicating with them before, but now this kind of adds to that. On the 18th, the sun goes into Pisces. For Sag, Pisces is the fourth house of home and family. And so this is, maybe this has some kind of like influence for you with the sun there, where you really feel this strong urge to be connected to your home. Maybe you're cleaning it or renovating it in some way, rearranging things, cooking more at home, being Susie Homemaker. Yes, men, you can be Susie Homemaker. Anybody can be. It's 2023. Anybody can be Susie Homemaker if they want to. So that's happening. And 2 days later, on the 20th, there's a new moon at 1 degree of Pisces. Because it is at such an early degree, it's probably going to be more in your third house and your fourth house. And then you're going to the solar eclipse next month in March and at 0 degrees of Aries on the 21st of March. That's right there on the cusp with Pisces, and that will probably be your fourth house new moon rather than the one this month. But, so I'll just talk about both of those, what that could represent. If it's in your third house, you might be launching some kind of a blog or website, or maybe even a YouTube channel, who knows? Just something online, social media related, or you're having a new relationship with your siblings. For maybe something has happened which has made you a lot more aware, because this is Aquarius's house, so Saturn has been there, and there may have been strained relations. Maybe you have limited your contact with siblings, and now you're starting to loosen up there. And on the same day, if the new moon is in your fourth house, it can be maybe you're moving to a new place, or you're having new attitudes. And that can even be about letting go. Somebody who said, sometimes people say, I will never move, or I will never sell my house. And then something happens that changes that completely. And their minds are totally changed on that subject. So in that particular case, it makes sense that you would have a new attitude where you could just let go of all of that, those expectations and what you were, demanding from life as it related to this kind of issue. And Venus goes into Aries. So Venus goes into that fifth house, which is, this is going to be fun because I'm a sun in Sagittarius. I'm looking forward to this in my solar chart. Aries is a fellow fire sign, just like Leo. So we're having both of these fire new moon, full moons. And it's in this house of pleasure that Leo rules. So it can be a great time to just enjoy like museums and anything that deals with art and just appreciating art. Maybe you're doing art yourself or you're selling your art. Venus can be money. And the fifth house is creativity. So you could be making money from your creativity. This could be great for romance. The fifth house is love. Venus is very romantic, right? So if you have launched your own business, you could be turning a profit now. Fifth house can be the business that you own. So anyway, Sag, that's what I have for you. A little bit quiet, but also good stuff there. Regardless, if you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.